The grey peacock pheasant, also known as the Burmese peacock pheasant or chinquis, is a species of bird that belongs to the pheasant family, Phasianidae. Its scientific name is Polyplectron bicalcaratum. The grey peacock pheasant is a beautiful and unique bird, notable for its intricate plumage and courtship displays. The grey peacock pheasant is classified as vulnerable by the International Union for Conservation of Nature due to habitat loss and hunting. The destruction of its forest habitat and collection for the illegal pet trade pose significant threats to its population. The male grey peacock pheasant has a predominantly dark grey plumage. Its head, neck, and upper body are covered in shades of dark grey, while the lower body and underparts are lighter in color, ranging from grey to whitish. The wings of the male are metallic blue-black, adding a striking contrast to its overall appearance. The feathers on the wings often display intricate patterns and eye spots. The female grey peacock pheasant, in contrast, has more subdued colors. She has brownish plumage with intricate patterns and markings that provide camouflage in the forest environment. The grey peacock pheasant has a medium-sized build with sexually dimorphic characteristics, meaning that males and females differ in size and appearance. The male is larger and more elaborate in its physical features. It has a relatively long and slender crest on its head, which can be raised or lowered depending on its mood or display behavior. The most distinctive feature of the male is the elongated upper tail covert feathers that form a train-like display during courtship. These feathers have a shimmering metallic blue-black color and are adorned with eye-catching patterns and markings. The female, on the other hand, has a smaller and less elaborate crest, and her overall build is more compact and understated compared to the male. The male grey peacock pheasant typically measures around 50 to 60 centimeters in length from beak to tail. The female is slightly smaller, measuring approximately 40 to 50 centimeters in length. The weight of a fully grown grey peacock pheasant can vary between males and females. The male birds generally weigh between 1 to 1.5 kilograms. Females are typically lighter, weighing around 0.6 to 1 kilogram. Grey peacock pheasants are known for their elusive and secretive nature. They prefer dense forests and are often found on the forest floor, where their cryptic plumage helps them blend into their surroundings. They tend to stay hidden and avoid human interaction. The male grey peacock pheasant has a distinctive call that is often described as a loud, repetitive, and descending HAAOW or HAAOW sound. It is a series of low-pitched, resonant notes that can carry over long distances in the forest. The male uses this call primarily during the breeding season to attract females and establish his territory. The female grey peacock pheasant produces softer and more subdued calls compared to the male. While the specific vocalizations of the female may vary, they typically consist of soft clucks or chirping sounds. These calls are used for communication with the male and their offspring. When threatened or disturbed, both males and females may emit alarm calls to alert others of potential danger. These alarm calls can be sharp, high-pitched, and repetitive. They serve as a warning signal to other members of their species in the vicinity. Grey peacock pheasant is capable of flight. However, it is generally considered a ground-dwelling bird and spends a significant amount of time on the forest floor. Its flight is relatively short and limited compared to birds that are more specialized for aerial movement. Grey peacock pheasants are adapted for life on the ground and have relatively short wings compared to their body size. They are capable of short bursts of flight, typically to move between forest patches or to escape from potential threats. Their flight is often low and rapid, with quick wing beats. Despite their ability to fly, grey peacock pheasants prefer to remain on the ground, where they forage for food, establish territories, and engage in courtship displays. Their flight is not their primary means of locomotion, and they are more commonly seen walking or running on the forest floor. Grey peacock pheasants consume a variety of fruits, including fallen or low-hanging fruits found in their habitat. They may feed on berries, small fruits, and other fleshy plant materials. Seeds form an important part of their diet. They forage for seeds on the ground, including those dropped by trees or dispersed by other animals. Grey peacock pheasants are omnivorous and consume a wide range of insects and invertebrates. They actively forage for insects, such as beetles, ants, termites, grasshoppers, caterpillars, and spiders. They may also eat earthworms and other small invertebrates found in the leaf litter. Along with fruits and seeds, grey peacock pheasants may also consume various types of plant matter. This includes leaves, shoots, tender plant parts, and occasional flowers. Grey peacock pheasants typically have a specific breeding season, which can vary depending on their geographic location. Breeding activity often occurs during the rainy season or early summer months when food availability is higher. Male grey peacock pheasants engage in elaborate courtship displays to attract females. These displays involve the male raising and spreading his long train feathers, which exhibit intricate patterns and eye spots. He may also perform dances and call loudly to capture the attention of potential mates. Once a male successfully attracts a female, they form a pair bond. The pair engages in preening, feeding, and other behaviors that help strengthen their bond. The female grey peacock pheasant is responsible for nest construction. She builds the nest on the ground, typically in a concealed location amidst thick vegetation or leaf litter. The nest is constructed using leaves, twigs, and other plant materials, forming a shallow cup-shaped structure. The female lays a clutch of typically 2 or 3 eggs in the nest. The eggs are usually creamy or light brown in color with darker markings. The female incubates the eggs to keep them warm and safe from predators. Incubation period typically lasts around 24 to 28 days. After hatching, both parents contribute to the care of the chicks. They protect the young, lead them to suitable foraging areas, and provide guidance on finding food. The chicks are precocial, meaning they are relatively independent and able to walk and feed shortly after hatching. The chicks grow rapidly under the care of their parents. They fledge, or acquire the ability to fly, at around 10 to 12 days old. However, they may still rely on their parents for protection and guidance for a few weeks until they become independent. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for even more viewing pleasure. Don't forget, like and comment. Feel free to share.